Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want to appreciate you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing to this channel. You like this video, you give your opinion at the comment section below, and don't forget to share this video. Why did Museveni fail to attend African Climate Summit in Nairobi? As William Ruto came out inviting about 24 presidents across Africa, when look at several presidents, some of them never came out attending the summit. But now, in this video, I want us to focus on why Yoweri Museveni is in trouble. Why? When you look at the African Climate Summit that was conducted and ended yesterday, this was a project of United States of America. I know some people will ask me, why are you saying that? When you look at the funding that came from United States of America, this was not a funding that was done by William Samoei Ruto. This was purely funding that came from United States of America, and that is why everything when it comes to the renovation of KICC, it was United States of America. So it means that William Ruto is a darling to United States of America. But again, when you look at Yoweri Museveni, is not so much having good friendship with the United States of America. And my reason is this. Do you remember when Yoweri Museveni came out signing a law against LGBTQ community? Where Yoweri Museveni came out signing a law that anyone that is going to be found to be part and parcel of LGBTQ community, then you have committed a crime in Uganda. And this created a lot of conversation across the social media. This was a conversation that dominated social media. And also some countries who have accepted this community in their country and they are defending it like going against human rights, like United States of America. And even you saw where they were coming out to at least advise the World Bank, IMF, and other funding institutions that are always supporting African countries. You'll see that they are advising World Bank and IMF to cut off their funding in Uganda. When you look at that situation, Yoweri Museveni is not so much when it comes to any kind of arrangement of United States of American kind of meetings or summits. So as this was like Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni in earlier reports was expected to moderate a session on Tuesday when it comes to the African Climate Summit, and that was going to be September 5th, 2023. But however, according to the report, is that among the 8 African heads of state who skipped the event, there are the president of Namibia, the president of Somalia, the president of Zimbabwe, the president of Gambia, the president of Mauritania, the president of Nigeria, and Zambia. So Museveni on European nations to end double standards. So it means that the boycott of Yoweri Museveni, this was in line with whatever they have been having, wrangles in between them. So there is no good relationship in between Yoweri Museveni and, of course, United States of America. And also when it comes to the European Union, European nations, Yoweri Museveni has been hitting them day in, day out. As many a times, he has come out to say that, look, you cannot come out to control us or tell us whatever we want to do with our country. When it comes to our culture, leave it at that point. We have our culture, and that is it. When it comes to our political issues, that is the position that we ourselves, we direct and control. When it comes to the social life and also connects with culture, they usually don't want, Yoweri Museveni don't want to tolerate any kind of culture and social lives of European nations. And also when you look at the economical issues in Uganda, you always say that if you cannot help us or fund us or let us have good partnership with good heart, with good faith, then you are coming out to exploit us. And that is what Yoweri Museveni has been against of. But now, Yoweri Museveni has been quoted saying that Europeans' failure to meet its climate goals should not be African problem. So this was intentionally. Yoweri Museveni was not in that part of realignment that he was going to be the part of delegates. Because he was quoted saying that the Europeans' failure to meet its climate goals should not be African problems. Let them have their resolution when it comes to their climate issues and also their climate problems. But when you look at European nations, it seems like their climate problems, it seems like it is a problem. So Yoweri Museveni is coming against them that this is just a lot of wasting time. Having summits, it is just all about talks day in, day out. And that is whatever made Yoweri Museveni to boycott. Again, in addition, Yoweri Museveni is arguing that there were conditions. There were conditions that Western investment in fossil fuels in Africa was possible only for oil and gas that will be sent to Europe. That is whatever Yoweri Museveni said. So, it seems like Yoweri Museveni is not in good terms with this European nation and also with some countries, or West countries, where Yoweri Museveni is feeling like we are having partnership with them. But in real sense, when you look at even their argument, is just to exploit us. And the intention of these countries is purely about exploitation. They're saying that they have problem when it comes to the climate change. As per the summits that have been organized across the world, including even for Egypt and some countries all over the world, you want to tell me these people have not come out with resolutions, to come out to say that now our resolutions are this and this and this. And our momentum to rescue the issue and climate problem is this and this. But these people are just in a kind of conversation, talks, day in, day out. So when you look at Museveni boycotting this summit in Nairobi, I know some people would like Museveni to be in that summit, but Yoweri Museveni never came out to attend that summit intentionally. This was intentionally for him not to attend. And also when you look at even the kind of relationship between William Ruto and the United States of America, and you look at the relationship between Uganda and the United States of America, there's a kind of war, Cold War, in between them. But when you look at William Ruto, he's a good friend of the United States of America. So Yoweri Museveni looked at that summit and he realized that this was just a summit not organized by Africans. This was not organized by Africans. This was organized and funded by these European nations. As their problems, it seems like, is our problems. And that is why they want to portray that picture of climate problem as it is affecting us too much, but at the same time, they are exploiting us by having our minerals, having what we have in Africa, in the name of assisting us to resolve the issue of climate change. But in the name of climate change problems, they are exploiting us and also having what meaningful to their countries. And that is why when you look at Yoweri Museveni saying that Western investment in fossil fuels in Africa was possible only for oil and gas, that will be sent to Europe. And that was their only intention. When it comes, nothing else. These people had their own intention that look. And by the way, when you look at even some countries who always have interest in African countries, they always have their interest. Everyone has its own interest. When you look at several countries in Africa, they also have their own interest when it comes to these countries, the West countries. So that is why, and the reasons why Yoweri Museveni came out not attending that summit, because there was no kind of good relationship with the organizers. So ladies and gentlemen, perhaps that is whatever happened. What are your thoughts? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video.